What's up, everybody? Noah Kitchen back here. These are going to be two other videos that I did not really think of making. Then I was just sitting here watching a movie and I'm like, I really like this certain actress. So I'm going to talk about my top 5 favorite actors and actresses. This is going to be my top 5 actors, the male actors. Yes, they are all called actors, but that way I can make another video out of it. So here we go. We are going to start off with my honorable mentions. I have 4 honorable mentions for each. These are my top 5 favorites. So the first honorable mention is Adam Driver. We all know him as Kylo Ren, but I personally am excited for what he has to do next. Now, I do have a couple other films here with him that I'm really excited to see, particularly Black Klansman, and this one here with him, Amanda Seyfried, Ben Stiller, and Naomi Watts, called While We're Young. I'm really excited to see this one. It's an A24 film, and it's his first film with Noah Baumbach. So I'm really excited to see that later this month, because I am going to be doing a Ben Stiller marathon of all the Ben Stiller movies that I have not seen in my personal collection. I really enjoy him. What really drew me to him, besides Star Wars, was Marriage Story. And I'm basing this off of those two. I'm going to be watching Black Klansman later this month, and I'm sure that when he's great in that, and when he's more than likely fantastic in While We're Young with that cast, I mean, come on now. This is a movie, or an actor that I personally do really love. He has charm. He's got a nice voice. I'm not kidding. You could just sit there and listen to him talk all freaking day. He has like a Morgan Freeman calming voice. But when he gets pissed off, you're scared to death, because when he's given a very good script and when he knows what to do thanks to some great direction, he's a fantastic actor. Number 4 is from Baby Driver himself, Baby. B-Y-B-Y, Baby. B-A-B-Y, Baby. Ansel Elgort. I'm basing this off of course, Baby Driver, and November Criminals. I'm a big fan of him so far. I know he's done a couple other films. I think he might have been in one other film that I've seen. I know he's in one more that I own. He's in Billionaire Boys Club with him, Kevin Spacey, maybe Emma Roberts is in that too. He's a fantastic actor. This is what really put him on the scene, I think, as a serious actor. But when is his next film coming out? Because I haven't heard anything about him getting any huge roles or having anything coming out relatively soon. My second to last honorable mention is Jason Statham. I love Jason Statham. I even have a 4-pack which contains like Safe, Redemption, The Bank House, or The Bank Job, and something else in there. But I'm really looking forward to seeing what he does in the future. He's great as Shaw. He's great in the Fast and Furious movies. There we go. He is fantastic in those. He's great as an actor where he knows what to do with a certain role. Like with The Meg, he knew what to do. It wasn't too cheesy. It was just enough cheese. He gave just enough charm to it where he knew what to do with the role. Like with Crank, he knew how much attitude to give to it. How much of himself to give to this role. Crank and Crank 2, I need to watch again because it's been a few years since I've actually seen this. Probably 3-4 years. So these will be watched relatively soon. Again, these are really short too, so I mean, I could. Crank and Crank 2. Now, this one is not going to be very popular with hardly anybody. He's not the strongest actor in the world, but he's probably one of my favorites, and I think it's because I'm a wrestling fan. And that is Dave Bautista. Give him the right script, give him the right role, and give him a director who knows what to do with him, and you've got a fantastic little action actor with comedy elements to him as well. I enjoy Stuber. I love Final Score. I liked his role in Blade Runner 2049, which I need to give a rewatch. I fell asleep watching it at home, and I tried to see it twice in theaters, and it did not work out. But I own it. It's in my actress pile. So, Dave Bautista is Drax the Destroyer. He's fantastic. He's also in My Spy, which was supposed to come out this April, but it got sold to Amazon Prime to Amazon. Now, when are they putting that out? It's available in the UK, but not here. That's one of the very rare things, like with A Rainy Day in New York, which was supposed to be out this past Friday for on-demand rental. Vudu, Prime, everything was supposed to have that to rent, but it only went to the UK. We'll talk about that film a little bit more once we get to it, but Dave Bautista is just one of those actors that I personally love to death. I've been a fan of him as a wrestler for years. He's officially done with that business, and he has a substantial role in the Hollywood business now. He's got a great career in that field now, and I'm very happy for him. My fifth favorite actor working today, and these are working today, not of all time, by God no, not of all time, but working today, is Kevin Hart. Everything I've seen him in, he's been consistently funny. Besides Night School, I did not love Night School that much. I enjoy Kevin Hart. He's a refined taste. He's an actor where you either like his style of comedy, it's like you either like Rebel Wilson and Melissa McCarthy and Kevin James for their fat humor. Well, it's kind of like you like Kevin Hart and or Adam Devine for their screaming and outlandish, very, very raunchy styles. Kevin Hart is a refined taste. You either like him or you don't. I personally love his stand-up, but I love him as an actor too, particularly in Jumanji and the Ride Along movies and the Think Like a Man movies. I really enjoy him as an actor. The only thing that I can think of off the top of my head that I have not seen for sure is The Upside. I have not seen that movie yet. I'm going to rent it soon. But there's my number 5. Number 4, this one is not on nobody's list. He's my favorite guy on the whole damn planet. And that's John Cena. John Cena has been the guy in my house ever since I was probably 8 years old. He's my favorite wrestler of all time. He's one of my favorite actors of all time. I think he has a certain charisma to him that he brings something to a role. Some roles. Some roles. He brings something to each role that he does. Whether it's Ferdinand, where he's just speaking into a microphone, and he's a bull, the voice of a bull. Or he's Agent Burns in Bumblebee. Or whether he is one of the parents in Blockers. I personally like him. Or Trainwreck. Trainwreck, oh God, Trainwreck. That is such a funny thing that he did. I didn't love him in Sisters. I did not love Playing with Fire. I didn't even like it. But I'm going to get it because he's in it. He's one of those actors that I need to have. Well, I don't need to have. I want to have everything he's ever done. Because he's not in the wrestling business anymore. And I watch wrestling every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So, being a wrestling fan, not having your favorite guy there, but he's still in the business of entertainment and movies. So I want to support him so that he can actually get further into business, just like a lot of people did with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He transferred from a wrestler into an actor with The Scorpion King. Walking Tall. Then he became freaking huge. And now he is the most bankable movie star on the entire freaking planet. You put The Rock in something, I'm automatically going to want to see it. And I'm automatically going to see it. Whether it be the Rampage movie was just okay. I do not own it yet. I will. Skyscraper, I do not own physically, but I do own Skyscraper and Rampage digitally. Central Intelligence and The Tooth Fairy are not the best movies I could have pulled, but Dwayne The Rock Johnson is just like John Cena, but he did it before Cena and Batista, way before they did. He left the business to become a serious actor. And I'm hoping that either Dave Batista and or John Cena can become the next Dwayne The Rock Johnson, because they're still young enough. They've still got the builds. They've still got the looks and the muscle to do it. They've got the acting talent for it. Dwayne The Rock Johnson is never going to win an Oscar. Neither is Dave Batista or John Cena ever. They will never win Best Actor Oscars because they will never be that good. They are popcorn, action, and comedy guys. That's what they're good at. Now, I can't say the same about my second favorite actor of all time, or my second favorite actor working today, and that is Timothée Chalamet, who is in Lady Bird and Little Women. I have not seen The King yet, and I have not seen Beautiful Boy, but I have seen Call Me By Your Name. There it is. Call Me By Your Name and Lady Bird. And he is freaking fantastic in those movies. He will be the next Daniel Day-Lewis. He is going to be one of the most nominated actors of all time. I think that him and Saoirse Ronan are going to be in the conversation for the best actors to ever be in Hollywood, because they're so young and they've got so many nominations and so many fantastic performances that I think that they are going to stay in my top favorite actors and will become my favorite actors of all time. Actor and actresses of all time. My favorite actor of all time is, of course, Leonardo DiCaprio. Everything I've seen him in is freaking fantastic. Whether it be Titanic, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Revolutionary Road, The Wolf of Wall Street, Django Unchained, whatever it is, I'm going to like him in it because he has such a knack for this craft. He loves what he does. He gives 110% to it every single damn time, and I respect that. Leonardo DiCaprio will forever be my favorite actor of all time, and that is never going to change for me. He will always be number one on my list, but I do have a soft spot for one particular actor that is sadly no longer with us. And if you know me personally, you know that I took this death a little bit hard, and that is Paul Walker. Paul Walker is not one of my favorite actors. He's not in my top 10 favorite actors of all time, but he's definitely up there in one of my favorite actors in action, because he was great at the action scene. He even did a couple romance things. I have not seen Noelle yet, but I probably will see it. I will see it this upcoming Christmas. And soon I will be watching every single Paul Walker movie that I own. So that should be fun. There's my list of my top 5 favorite actors of all time. And I will see you guys for my top 5 favorite actresses of all time up next.